What's going on, guys? It's your boy TapX Taunts, and today what I got for you guys is a triple nuclear fail where I die 5 off of my nuclear on my second nuclear streak, and this is the closest I've ever gotten to a triple nuclear, and I do get enough kills to where I could have actually had it, but I just kind of screwed up and I got into a bad gunfight, and yeah. But I did cut this up a little bit so you just see all 3 of the nuclear streaks. If anyone says it's fake, I'll upload the whole gameplay, and I just don't want to hear any of that, so if it comes down to it, I'll just upload the whole gameplay. But I just hope that it's not going to be too big of a deal. So you'll see the first nuclear streak, and then you'll see my streak where I die 5 off, and then you'll see my last nuclear streak. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this, and I'll show the scoreboard at the end to prove that I kind of did it. If you guys need me to, I will upload the whole video of me getting the triple fail or whatever. But that's all I really got to say about the gameplay. So not really sure what I'm going to talk about today because, you know, not really too much of a commentator, but I think what I'm going to talk about is my thoughts on Advanced Warfare, but there's been a lot of that, so I don't know if I want to do that or not. Maybe I'll tell a life story. I'm not sure if you guys like that or not, so if you guys do want to hear a life story, make sure you comment that below because I do have some pretty interesting stories. So yeah, you know what, actually I'll tell you a life story about the time that I cut my head open, not my chin, my head, because I do have a commentary coming up about how I cut my chin open, or I already uploaded that, I don't even remember. But so let's get right into this story because this is kind of funny, but it's kind of screwed up. But yeah, so what really happens was when I was younger, my dad raced race cars, and I went to watch him race a lot when I was younger, and we just kind of drifted away from it now because it costs a lot of money and stuff, so we just kind of drifted away from it. And I went to go watch him this one specific time. I think it was 4th of July, so they had fireworks. So it was 4th of July. They had to have fireworks, you know. And at this point, I'm really young. I think I'm 7 or so, and actually I think I'm like 5. But it's me, my sister, and my 2 cousins go to see the fireworks up closer because, you know, we were kids and we wanted to see fireworks up closer better. I don't know, we were young kids, I don't know what the hell we were thinking, but we all wanted to go see him up closer, so we asked and we were allowed to go see him closer, so we're all hype as fuck, and we pretty much just went along with, yes, our parents said yes, whatever, and we didn't really care if they said no or not, because we were going to see him anyways, and we all started running because we were competitive and we wanted to race there, and I started running, and I was the first one to take off. And since I was the first one to take off, you know, wanted to be the fastest, wanted to be the first one there. So as I'm running, my cousin was faster than me at this point because I think he's like 8 or something, and I'm 5 or 6. And he was just that much faster than me. So he runs right by me, and he had his one shoe untied. I trip on his shoelace, and there's a metal garbage can that was sitting right where I was running because where we were running was through between 2 of the stadium, like 2 of the seating parts, and right there was the garbage can right after, like right till you get to the end of it. And when I tripped over his shoelace, I smacked my forehead, the top right of my forehead, into it, and after that I bounced off of the pole, like I bounced off of the garbage can and then bounced off of the metal pole that was to the right of it. And when I smacked my head off the pole, I guess I blacked out. I don't remember, so I can't really tell. So I'm guessing I got blacked out, and after I blacked out, I pretty much sat there and waited for, just waited, I guess, I don't know. I remember standing up, and as I stood up, I remember seeing my sister screaming, and I don't remember what she was screaming about. I'm just kind of sitting there, I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine, are you okay? And she's sitting there crying and screaming Mom. So I don't know what she's crying about, I don't know what she's screaming about, I don't know what the hell's happening. And she goes, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't do anything. And I felt like a drop, like it was raining, come down on my hand. And I remember looking down on my hand and seeing it was red. And I looked down at my shirt, and my shirt was completely red. It was a gray sweater. I have the sweater still. It was a gray sweater, and it was completely red by the time I was done. That's how much blood had came out of my forehead. So I hope you guys don't try to think of that, but you see all the blood gushing out of my forehead. My sister runs over and grabs me and runs me to my mom. So my mom runs over and she's grabbing me, she's hugging me, and I'm like, I'm fine. And you know, as a kid, you say you're fine about everything. And once I touched my head and I looked down and I saw that it was actually blood of mine, I started screaming and crying like a little bitch. Because you know, all the kids when they were younger, they see blood and they're like, oh my god, I'm hurt, now I'm gonna cry like a little baby. Especially when people are saying, oh my god, are you okay? That's when a kid wants to cry the most. So, my mom comes over and grabs me, and as she grabs me, she just kind of cuddles me for a second and starts running me to the side. And I don't know who called, but someone called my dad, and where my dad was the pit stands, and the pit stands was where the ambulance was. So I had to get to the ambulance. They wouldn't let my mom through with me, so she handed me to my dad, and my dad was pretty fast, I guess. I don't really know. He ran me up to the ambulance as fast as he could. I got put down, and I remember like looking for my mom and not seeing her, so I'm screaming "Mom," and they wouldn't let her through the pit gates. So what had happened there was a cop there saying that she couldn't go through, and she's saying that I'm her son and she needs to see me and I need to see her, and the cop wouldn't let her through. So my uncle comes up, and my uncle's crazy as fuck, and he just says let her through, and the cop wouldn't let her through. So he looks over at the cop and punches him in the face, just straight up punched him in the face, and he knocked the cop out, and he got away with that. I'm not sure how exactly, but he got away with the whole thing. And after he pretty much done it, my mom walked through, she came to me, and we drove to the hospital, and I wound up getting 7 stitches there. So yeah, that's one of my another stories of when I get hurt, because I'm fucking accident prone and that's all I do. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that commentary, and hopefully you enjoy this triple nuclear fail in the background. 5 off. I can't believe that shit. And if you guys do, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you guys do want to hear some more of life stories, or these life stories, whatever, make sure you leave a like or comment below. If you comment below and tell me that you like it, because then I'll come up with more, and I can come up with exactly what I'm going to talk about. You guys can say leave a funny moment, leave a scary moment, leave something that has hurt me, anything like that. Just something about me or my siblings, or just leave what you want to hear about. Anything you really want to hear about, you just tell me, and I'll do a commentary about it. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this commentary and this gameplay in the background. And if you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I said this all already. And I'm your boy Taunts, or this is your boy Taunts, and fuck it. This outro sucks. Just, I'm out. Peace.
Let me see you put 'em up. Reach the sky, touch the stars up above. Cause it's one time for the underdog. One time for the underdog. You got the world on your team, even if that ain't what it seems. It's one time for the underdog. One time for the underdog. A young nigga with $1 and a dream, and these Nikes on my feet, trying to stay about the streets. So I'm rhyming, pulling 187s all on these beats, instead of on the concrete, submitting my future while they were focused on what they cheap. But shit, I'm like a cheap head honcho. Tell me that it's impossible, I give it to you pronto. Be working all these late nights and these early mornings like Alonzo. So one day they'll be calling me great, just call me Gonzo. But I'm never acting, nor is anybody pulling strings. Everything I have came from sacrificing everything. I traded working 9 to 5 for the minimum, for working non-stop, so my life be like a cinema screen. But in the end I wouldn't have it any other way. Got on my knees, and for this rap to work is what I prayed. And that was happening, crunching numbers like Captain, a serial killer, compelling listeners with his passion for words. Never acting my verbs, but truly passion to serve, not only masses.